And we are live. What's going on, everyone? Today is Friday, and we are going to be playing some Wartales today. Now, last week, we were obviously playing a little bit of Wartales, and we started getting into the beast hunter profession or something like that, right? And we got to look at all the ferocious beasties and whatnot, and I was having so much fun trying to find me some new ferocious beasties that we got to do the same thing over and over again. And it looks like we are in the middle of a fight of some thing. I don't know why we're fighting, but we are fighting as soon as we load in. I literally hit the continue button and we are here. So I have no idea what's going on with that, but yeah, looks like we are fighting some deserters from the looks of it. Okay, that's fine. It is what it is. All right. So our current group here, we have a bunch of random units for the most part, right? But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get some more ferocious animals. So Growler, for example, is a ferocious bear that's level 5. What we're really aiming for is to get a kind of a ferocious replacement for every single one of our animals that we currently have, right? As well as get our number of allied units back up to our current goal, which I'm not entirely positive what our current number is supposed to be. I want to say it's 8. I want to say it's 8. I'm not certain that it's 8, but I think it's 8. It's either 8 or 9. Pretty confident that it's 8 though. And then once we get everything up and get all these units like slotted in, we'll go take on Kagall, take out Kagall. Yeah, we're gonna win that fight. And then once we beat Kagall, we'll be able to recruit 2 new mercenaries and then go from there. But yeah, without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and do this fight. Let's take a look, see here. So I feel like we've already done this fight a couple of times, actually, or maybe I don't know what happened. Either way, we should be fine. I'm not terribly worried about it. These guys look like they should be fairly easy to take out. We do have a couple of bombers. You know what? I think we'll be okay. I think we will be okay. And right, yeah, we should be fine. I kind of want to take this guy out. I'm pretty sure this is the one that goes first, but I've been wrong before, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to take this guy out first and foremost. Let's see how much damage we can actually do. Okay, so we got him low, right? Let's go ahead and throw a hand bomb. Okay. And now we're going to attempt to take this guy out. Right there. We got him. He's done. He's out of the picture. And then we're just going to move Osbius right on out of there. And we'll go from there. And I was right. So this guy does go first. And he's going to hit probably 3. Nope, just 2. He should have aimed that up a little bit better. But the AI really likes to go for center of mass on these AoE attacks. So, yeah. All right, this henchman's pretty foobarred right now, right? Let's see how the rest of this group does. We have another alpha that's probably gonna come up here and just take him out. Yep. I mean, our wolf pack's honestly doing pretty decent. I'm not too mad about it. And then Roach is doing Roach things, being completely dumb for a horse. And let's go ahead, and we could do a galvanization real quick and just give us a little bit more valor points. I definitely did that out of order, but that's okay. What we should have done is we should have done the armor increase buff first and then done galvanization, but it's fine. I mean, we're talking about a single valor point mix up, so I think we'll be okay. The Growler is OP. Like, he is just so strong. He should not be that strong. Just straight up ran up to somebody, growled at them, and then just took them out. Yo, what's going on, Overlord? Actually made it near the start of stream for once since the hop to YouTube. Hey, man, I mean, that's kind of my bad because my streaming schedule has changed quite a bit since I went to YouTube, right? So I don't blame you at all. But how you been, man? You been doing good? You staying out of trouble? All right, Arnius, you're doing fine. I kind of want to do a tactical slam, but you know what? I think we're just gonna wait and have him punch or something. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so both of these guys are about to go do something, right? Like, we've got this guy that's on fire and this guy that's on fire, both of which are about to attempt to do some damage from the looks of it. So what we can do is we can go right on up here, see if we can potentially get a kill or two. Okay, so one down. This guy I'm pretty sure we can take out. Yep. That's one less. We can't fit in between us, between a roach and this raider, right? So that is a downfall that we just can't do. But we have enough damage output to just go ahead and take him out anyway. We're not going to let them run because no mercy, am I right? But what we will do is we are going to move Osbius way down here, and just because I can, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. It'll be fine. We'll see what happens. He went for roach. How rude. Okay, we'll see how the wolves and the bear and everything go. All right, so that guy almost got one shot. Noted. Oh yeah, you seen the 3 games that are free on Steam at the moment? They're all strategy games if I remember right. Oh man, okay. Send me some deets, man. I'm all for some free games. I love me some strategy games. That's how I get myself into trouble. Did you see that today is the day that RimWorld drops its new DLC, Odyssey, where you can have like a giant spaceship that you build and whatnot? I think that's pretty neat. Loot. Only 4 raw materials to repair everything. Honestly, that's not terrible. We'll do it because we can. Now, there has been some hunting spots here in Vertruce, right? But last stream, I made the assumption that all the fucking hunting spots were static. And after seeing this one just stop being here, I have a feeling. I have a feeling that I made an incorrect assumption. So what we need to do is we need to go find us a new place for us to get some lovely stuffies. Yeah, okay, cool. Should be fine here. We have plenty of food. I don't see a new hunt over here, so that's a little unfortunate. What we're going to do is we are actually going to head on up to Marheim, first and foremost. And then, since we have seen multiple different ferocious beast types in single regions, what we're going to do is we're going to fast travel from Marheim down to Arthas, and we're going to see if we can find any hunts down in Arthas. I want to avoid doing anything in Tiltren. Okay. Simply because I don't believe that Tiltren is going to be a viable place for us to like do anything really. what we could do in Tiltren, right? It takes 51 for us to travel to Tiltren, or 78 to travel to Arthas. Bro, that is so much food. Oh my god. Hold up. We have money right now, right? We have a decent amount of money. What we're gonna do here. This gives us alertness. This is bonus dexterity. This is profession experience gain increased by 20%, right? So that's pretty decent stuff, honestly. We are going to rest. Didn't we? Wait, we just recently rested, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Son of a gun. Okay. I'm gonna buy a bunch of food real quick. The worst part is that we don't have a cook, right? Since we don't have a cook, it gets a little irritating for us to actually be able to keep food in stock, at least easily. So let's see here. Arnius, you are an experienced huntsman at 31 experience, right? Or 31. So what I am going to do is I'm going to swap you back to being a cook, or to being a cook in general. I don't think you've ever actually been a cook. And then what we're going to do is we are going to cook. Shocking, I know. So we are going to make all the things that we possibly can right now. This will give him a ton of experience, of course, but this will also make our food last so much longer. And the fact that it's going to last so much longer is why we're doing it, because now we have 619 units of food, and we still have a ton of other just stuff, right? Eel soup that requires 2 eel, 2 cabbage, and 3 salt. Awesome. So now what we can do is we can go back to fast travel, right? And we're going to fast travel to Tiltren. And now that we have cooked food, it's not going to be nearly as disgusting for us to actually go anywhere. So we'll just take, you know, that, and we'll pay people. And we're going to travel to Tiltren, or Stromcap, and then I want to go take a little gander at the jail there. So this may, you know, bite me in the butt a little bit by, you know, us taking a minor detour to go to the jail. But I want to see if they have any animals, because you never know. There may be a polar bear. There may be something, you know, exotic there. We may find ourselves face to face with another lizard, right? Or, you know, something that doesn't belong in a jail whatsoever. We could find a polar bear. A polar bear would be interesting, right? So surely, because there's so many potential opportunities, it's like a. See, look at that. We have another Saurian. Now this thing was it was kind of underwhelming the last time we had a Saurian, but you know what? You know what? Because I can, we're going to buy them. I have no idea how long it's going to last. Probably 2 battles max, right? But hey, we're back up to 8. We're back up to 8 units, guys. We're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Okay. And since I don't feel like walking to Arthas, what we are going to do is we are going to go back to Stromcap again, and then we will fast travel. Let's go ahead and get the Saurian set up. Has no debuffs. They regain 5% of the maximum HP. We're gonna make them immune to debuffs. They gain dodge, yes, and then yeah, there you go. And your aptitude points, I'm gonna pump up your constitution. Yeah, honestly, I'm just gonna pump up your constitution. Like, it really doesn't matter what I put it in, because I know you're going to die the first fight we have, but you know what? I'm doing everything I can to potentially make you not die. I'm trying, sort of. Okay, and now we're going to travel to Arthas. This is incredibly economically efficient. Not at all, actually. But yeah, and an apple. There we go. See, look at that. We're making all that wolf sauce. Wolf just lasts so much longer, and we're going to be getting more food anyway. Now, what I really should have done is I should have bought some salt while I was in Tiltren. That's what I should have done, but I didn't. So I'm going to buy some salt now to make up for the fact that I didn't buy salt then. And now we're gonna head south, and I really want to say that there is typically a hunt trophy right here. I think this is it. I think this is it right here. I'm hovering over on my mouse, and I still have yet to set up my touchscreen to actually work the way I wanted it to. So we're not there yet, but yeah. Okay. You did, yeah. Sorry, Overlord. I've been ignoring you, haven't I? I've been out doing my own thing and getting myself in trouble. I see something here. Oh, you know what? It's because I swapped into being a cook and not a huntsman. Man, it's amazing how that works, huh? I still don't see what I need to be seeing, do I? Well, this is awkward. Okay, well, we're gonna have to keep walking. So you saw that the ship is neat and all, but you want to fish. Also, they added camping during caravans to vanilla now. I'll shoot you links to the games in a Steam message, or would you prefer their Discord? It's all good. Send it on Discord. Yeah, it's fine. Discord is fine. Discord is 100% fine. Okay. So Lahart is over here, right? But we've already done the actual like thing. We've done the majority of all the things that we needed to do. We have experience on tinkering. I don't think we necessarily, we have some hand bomblets, right? We have a lot of hand bomblets still, so we can keep utilizing those. What we could really use is another, you know, thing. Could really use another ferocious animal. I need a ferocious animal. And that looks like it could be something, but looks can be deceiving, I guess. So we're gonna head up there and we're gonna take a peeky at Cagal. I haven't fought Cagal in well over a year at this point. And well, maybe not well over. When did Pirates of Balerion come out? I feel like it's been a hot minute, right? When was the last time I streamed actually fighting Cagal? I just really feel like it's been a minute. Okay, so I know that Cagal's gonna be level 8, right? And I'm just worried that as soon as I poke my head up here against a level 8 champion, I'm just gonna get dumpstered. Right, that is my worry. But we'll see. We will see. Who knows? I sure don't. Okay, and we are going to eat. Okay. Alertness. We'll do eel soup for dexterity. We'll do that. We're doing all the buffs that we can possibly do right now, because that will be what will help us, right? Okay, we can now have a second lieutenant. Sweet. Noisy +1 relationship, or satiated. We can do. Let's do just the standard praise. And now he's sociable. Okay. And Cagal should be right up here. That is a massive wolf fight. What on earth is going on with the wolves here? Just a huge wolf fight right there. All right. The moment of truth. Sir, how scary are you going to be? I need to turn this up a little bit. Okay. Death to the General, Harag will live. Level 8, and he's got 3 boars and 3 wolves for brothers in arms. Okay. I don't know how this is going to go, and this is scary to me. So, brother in arms, and then Cagal himself is way back here. Cagal actually doesn't have a ton of stats for a boss, right? Like, he will probably do a decent amount of damage. 24 damage to all units in the area for piercing arrow. The target's knocked back by 2 meters and they lose 10% of their maximum health. Okay, that hurts on a crit. Then beast taming. All allied animals engaged in combat execute an attack of opportunity against their enemy, and it calls reinforcements if there's no allied animals. So what needs to happen is we need to make sure that we have at least one allied animal, right? Leader of the pack, they gains animal protection for each allied animal not engaged in combat, or brothers in arms, so every time an allied animal dies, this unit gains 1 wrath, and wrath increases damage by 30%. So he is going to be a little on the spooky side. 90% damage reduction on top of 25% guard. Like, he's basically untouchable right now. Okay, first and foremost, that is one of our issues. I'm not certain how well we can handle this fight. His standard wolf is level 8 with 34 strength, right? Our alpha wolf has 22 strength and 64 HP. Growler has 37 strength. So our really OP bear has about the same strength as his wolf. Okay, his boars have 20 strength. So our wolves, alpha wolves can take on their boars for the most part, but I'm kind of scared on how the rest of this is going to go. We do want to make sure that we're like actually keeping Kagal pinned down too. Okay. And that's kind of like my issue here, is that we're just going to have a bit of a toughie. Applies bleeding to any unit dealing melee damage to this unit, and then each time this unit lands a critical hit, they gain dodge. So yeah. Man, I am at a loss for how I want to handle this, to be honest. Let's see here. I don't know, guys. What are you thinking? What are we thinking here? So we got 4 over here, right? And then we got 3 over here. Kagal being over here makes me nervous, but he's blocked by 2 wolves. If these were the boars, I honestly would put my bear right here and say, send it. Fuck it, right? But since we don't have, since these guys are wolves, they're going to deal a lot of damage, and 2, we need to have armor up against them, right? But then again, even if we were to try to get a hold of Kagal, piercing arrow isn't going to be able to do anything. It's just going to knock people back, right? On a crit. But we can get somebody like to get him facing the opposite direction, and we can get Arnius and like Osbius over here. Get Arnius behind him, get him pointed that way, and then Osbius just go up from behind and deal damage. But then we're at the whim of whether or not our animals can actually get kills, right? And if our animals can't get kills, then it's game over, because Kagal is basically invulnerable right now. Like, he's going to take no damage, and we're just going to be wasting valor points until we get kills on the animals to start lowering his damage resistance. But lowering his damage resistance increases his damage output, right? So we're kind of in a little bit of a ticking time bomb here, and I don't know how far he can move. He can move 12 meters. So if he can move up to here, right, on this turn. So, and how far is his range? His range is 10 meters. So if he can move to 12, right, and then let's say he can shoot to probably here, right? So anyone that's like within this area is going to get hit. What may be our best option, to be honest, is actually to have everyone pile onto these guys over here, right? And if we can pile onto these guys, we may have a chance. Now, how far can Kagal can move to there, right? And then we have 20 meters of movement, and this is about 10 meters away. Okay, that's about 11 meters away. Osbius may be able to get hit from here. So what we may want to do is actually put Arnius over here, and can Arnius get a hold of this wolf? He can. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna move Arnius right on up here, right? Arnius is going to give everyone an armor buff. And now we're going to attack. Bro, that boar could run. I was not expecting him to have that much distance. Honestly, kind of wild. Our Saurian just hit Arnius, bro. Applied 2 poison stacks because of it, too. Wow. Okay, well, one of the wolves is down. Or at least he will be, right? Especially after that. He ain't doing much. So Kagal's going to come up here, and he doesn't have enough movement or range to get to us, right? And technically, his DPS goes down not based off of enemies dying or his allies dying, but based off of them being engaged in combat. So us even just engaging them makes him a lot weaker. What we can do, right, is I can come up here, throw a dagger, and then we can come up here. I definitely should have done this a little differently, but that's okay. And then we have enough movement. We can actually come all the way down here. See if we can go for a little bit of damage with Frenzy. I don't necessarily want to burn Frenzy, though, because I don't think it'll get a kill. No, it won't. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to sit right here. But we want to get some DOT stacks going, right? Okay, so we got some extra stacks of rage going with Growler. How many attacks do you get, Kagal? 10 damage. Okay. Wait. Are you about to shoot like 4 fucking times? 5 times? 6 times? Okay. This is getting a little insane. How many attacks do you get in a row? A lot. Okay. So we got 2 summons. Okay. Wow. He shot a lot. A lot. Okay. Okay. Well, that was kind of scary. We did lose a unit, but honestly, that's not the end of the world for me. What I do want to do is I want us to be able to at least start getting a little bit of damage going, get him weakened, and get him to where he's only attacking us, right? Wait, what? What? I wasn't paying attention. So he can attack while in melee and disengage? Or was that him disengaging and taking an attack of like taking a hit? I'm not certain. And the vulnerability hits that basically just make it to where they're going to get critted is kind of annoying. I will say that. So the boars make him a lot more dangerous because they give him guaranteed hits or guaranteed crits, right? Yeah, I'm not feeling too confident right now. Let's put it that way. Especially once he's got 3 stacks of wrath too. That's spooky. Okay. This is not going well. Okay. let's take a look at his armor real quick, because something's not right. At least maybe I feel like something's not right. Entourage, daring, shielding 2. Okay. Reduces damage taken by 25% for each ally within 7 meters or less. Natural born, leader, sociable. Yeah. I'm not feeling too confident here. I'm just not feeling it. I think we need to recall. This is going to be a wipe otherwise. The animals, we've lost quite a few animals, right? We've lost like 3. No, we've lost 4 animals. We lost a standard wolf. We lost both of our alpha wolves. We lost our saurian. We lost a no, we have 1 alpha wolf left. I misspoke. So we've lost roach. We've lost quite a bit here, and even if I were to come up here and attempt to start getting more damage out on Kagal, he still has, you know, 90% of his overall health pool basically left. Yeah, that's pretty rough. So he's got like almost 90% of his health pool left. We still have, you know, 3 enemies left beyond Kagal, and Kagal is going to just continuously keep shooting us. So I just feel like we're not quite ready for this fight. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Our highest leveled units, I think Osbius just hit level 7. He still can't equip Rhyme Steel gear because I believe that's a level 8 or a level 9 item. So we could really utilize a couple of level 8s here, which just really sucks because we are so far away from being able to get the XP needed for us to get to those levels. So alas, that is really all we can do. We can move on to a we're going to go ahead and retreat, but what we can do is we can move to a us retreating did not cost us any of our units. That's interesting. I did not expect us to keep our units. That's honestly, it's kind of cool. I thought we would have lost our units there. I'm gonna be honest. There's a massive wolf fight here, and I do want to see what's going on, but not when everyone's injured right now. So we're gonna keep walking away. But yeah, being able to keep all of the units, and we're just going to go down to the nearest alchemist, get everyone patched up. What we need to do, right, since we are currently level 5 and 6 for the most part, we need to go fight some battles, and this is just going to be a bit of a grind sesh, which is unfortunate because I really don't want to just grind these battles over and over and over again. It's one of the worst things about region locked is that it's just a slog, and after playing through, like, region locked has some of the best difficulty spikes because it makes you go, oh my god, but holy crap, dude, the grind, like the grinding in general for levels is just brutal. It is absolutely brutal. And honestly, I mean, the grind for levels in general, when it comes down to adaptives, pretty bad too. You just don't feel the sense of being like stuck as much, right? So anyway, we've at least got some units now. We never lost any of our units, right? So let's just go and explore and do some stuff. Let's play the game instead of, you know, running around doing dumb things. Oh my lord. Okay. We have so much food, and yet we still have to eat so much because of all the animals we have. All right. So, just for shiggles, what I will do is I want to take a look at our compendium. We're going to see exactly what we need for that journeyman. So this is level 8 required gear. So for us to make full set of rhyme steel, we need to have a level 8 guys, which is fine because I don't think Osbius or Arnius are actually leveled as blacksmiths, right? Yeah, they're not. Neither of them are blacksmiths. And I think, yeah, Arnius is a miner, and I think Osbius is an alchemist to an extent. Right. So what we will need to do is we're going to need to mine some ore, get all that prepped so we can at least get to the next level of like crafted gear. And that will take us a bit. And then on top of that, you know, we still have to grind out levels in general. So that's the next best thing. We have, how are we doing on PP? Build a travel post, get 4, sell 10 wares for plus 50% profit, reach journeyman or master level in a profession for the first time. Okay, so we got quite a bit that we need for us to get anything there. Veteran fighters, there we go. Now we're level 10 in power and glory. Each time one of your units kills an enemy, they deal 3% extra damage for the duration of the fight. Okay. Damage from attacks of opportunity increased by 5%, or each enemy killed increases morale by 1 additional point. Let's do 1 additional point. All right, because we want to keep increasing our levels here, right? So that way, you know, we get the perks. And then on top of that, if we can get trade leveled up to like even higher, eventually the profession experience that we get will considerably help us with our endeavors to level. Now, let's go ahead and we're going to use Thirst for Knowledge, right? And then I know Swift Progress. Oh, you know what? That's knowledge XP gains. Don't lie. I messed up there. We need to do Swift Progress. And then we're going to just come up here and we're going to fight. Bunch of level 6s. We should be fine. I'm not too terribly worried, but you never know. Level 6s have been able to give me a run for my money before. But the level 6s should be a little bit more fun of a fight than all the level 7s. I think having just a Saurian against all 5 of these guys is probably a bad idea, first and foremost. We have 4 of them down here. We have a hoodlum, a wrongdoer, and a scoundrel. The wrongdoer, I think, will actually end up going first. But we'll see how this goes, right? I have a couple of alphas. We can put Growler over here. And then I think what we do is we just take Arnius up here. And the scoundrels will do a decent amount of damage, if I remember correctly. And they apply poison with all their attacks too, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to walk right on up here. And we're going to see we don't quite have enough of an armor buff to get to Growler unless we walk to right about here. Okay, we'll hit everybody, so we'll do that. And then we are just going to send it and start beating the crap out of this guy. And the wrongdoer is going to come up from behind and smack him. Yep. That scoundrel's definitely dead. And these guys are going to take forever to get to us, right? So the goal is that by the time these guys get to us, we've already killed all these guys. That's the goal. So much damage. Okay. So far, so good. We do have this guy here, and you know what? Something tells me the Saurian's going to hit Arnius again. I can feel it right here. Nope, never mind. He hit Max instead and applied a ton of poison, and he hit Arnius too. I feel like the Saurian's just not that good of a pick. I'm gonna be honest here. I feel like he's doing a really good job of making everybody mad, right? Let's see here. We could... No, that is not gonna happen. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna just dash over here, throw a knife, and wait. You going for the Saurian? No, you went for... Yeah, you went for the Saurian. Cool. He's the one I kind of want you to go for because he's not doing that great. he's kind of messing everything up. All right, Growler, you going this way, homie? Yeah, you're going for a person. Oh, yeah, that archer's dead. There's no way. What? He survived the bear? Well, that's impressive. I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect him to survive the bear. We'll see how strong Growler is going up against 5 people all at once. We need to get him some support though, because these guys can't apply bleed. I mean, not bleed, but a poison. And poison stacks on a bear, like, they may not seem like very much starting out, but they can definitely get a little hectic, you know. Let's see here. Usable once per encounter. I don't think it says that you have to be not engaged in combat, so we should be okay. We can do this as well, and then we'll do galvanized troops to regenerate all the valor points again, and then we'll go for smack. We have 5 stacks of poison. That's kind of disgusting. That's gonna hurt. All right, we'll see where all of our units start going. Okay, it looks like some of them are going on the wrongdoer here. Oh yeah, they're definitely going for the wrongdoer. That wolf will end up wiping the wrongdoer. No, I don't think he can reach him. I think he might be going for the scoundrel. Yeah, he's going for the scoundrel. Yeah, I can't even reach that. Damn. Okay. So what we can do here, right? Go for a quick dagger throw, get a kill, and then get a second kill. And then we're just going to run as far as we can. And the fact that, like, they apply poison, but our wolves can basically just self-remove poison is really strong. So I'm not too terribly worried about how this is going. Looks like their poacher just shot their hoodlum in the back. And Growler's just gonna be even more pissed off because every time they hit him, he generates rage, right? So he's just gonna start doing a lot of damage. And we can go ahead and get Arnius up here. I kind of wish Arnius had, you know, something a little bit better going for him because this is about to get really spooky for him. But we'll see how it goes. Let's see if we can actually... Okay, Arnius got a kill at least, right? We'll get him moved back because he has a lot of poison stacks on him, and that's making me a little spooked. This poacher sucks at aiming. Okay, he gave inspiration and now he's moving. Let's throw a knife real quick. Easy peasy. All right, then we're gonna come up from behind. We're gonna go for a quick kill. Oh no, you guys don't get to flee. No, 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 no. You do not get to flee. And then there was one. So we come on all the way up here, and then we just stare at him menacingly. We'll wait for one of our animals to come up here and finish the job. And even though the Saurian managed to survive, I kind of wish he didn't. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and loot everything, repair everybody. We only have one person that got injured. All in all, that was a pretty good fight. Pretty good fight. Butt Stallion got a level. Yeah, we can pop that into Constitution. That's fine. We'll go ahead and inspect this little placey place down here. Grab some iron. I've never been across this bridge. I didn't even know this place existed. Let's go see what's what. What's over here? Do we have another special enemy or something like that back here? What do we have? Last time I went across the bridge, I wasn't sure what was on the other side. We found a giant boar. That was kind of spooky. There's a bunch of peasants here. Mount Cerib Mine. Oh, well, that's convenient. We did say we needed to mine. Looks like there's just stuff to mine here. Okay. That works for me. We're going to swap you over to being a miner now, Arnius. We're going to go ahead and, you know, make you work. Hopefully I don't mess up so we don't get any injuries. Oh, there we go. We're getting some great clusters, which is what we need, right? So that's the good news, is that we are getting the materials that we need. We don't need to level up gathering for us to get there. It would have been really unfortunate for us if I messed up right there. Yep. It would have been very unfortunate for us if what ended up happening was we lost all of our gathering levels when all of our units started dying, right? And it was actually pretty fortunate for us to only lose crafters, even though losing a crafter is not good. Crafting levels are a lot easier to increase than gathering levels, in my opinion. So, because with crafting, you can just stockpile stuff up. There are crafting materials, right? And we can just keep going from there. But with gathering, you have to wait for stuff to respawn. And, I mean, yeah, it gets pretty rough, so... Okay, we are going to go ahead and just eat quite a bit of everything, and I think we'll be okay. Profession experience gained by increased by 20% for the lavender syrup biscuits. That'll actually be pretty good for us. But I don't think we have too many people that are going to be grinding for profession XP right now. When we go back and we start doing all of the crafting to get somebody leveled up for blacksmith, that's when we do it. Right. Talk, endure. Yeah, you can endure it. That's fine. Just lower the happiness. We'll be fine. We'll be able to get happiness back. So we have some boars up here. I'm not too worried about boars. We can fight boars. That should be basically free XP, right? At this point. We got a lot of them right here, and there's a lot of them right. There's 12 of them. Oh my god, that's so many. And we only have 2 valor points. Ooh, man, I messed up. That's okay. We'll be fine. I'm gonna complain about it a little bit, but we'll be fine. Okay. Do we have everyone on this side of the choke point? No, we have a single wolf out here. That's not good for him. Okay, we have 2 alphas back here. Let's swap some of these guys out and about. We have a Saurian there. You know what? We're going to put the Saurian right on out front up here. Fuck it. Let's see what he does. Because I'm not too impressed by him. Probably never should have bought him. Okay, I'm going to take the rusty hatchet here. And we're just going to, you know, send that thing downrange, see what happens. We're going to go ahead and give everyone that we can our defensive buff here. And we're going to walk right on up, and we're just going to smack. All right. And I don't think we're going to be able to really do anything with Growler here. He's just going to get up there and stare and kind of stare menacingly, which sucks because, you know, he's probably our highest damaging unit, but it is what it is. So we'll go ahead and get everybody squared away down here, start handling this left flank, and this should be pretty much handled now. And then we'll see what the Saurian does. Okay. There we go. Now we're starting to generate some valor points. And now what we're going to do is we're going to walk right on up here. We're going to go for a kill, right? That's going to give everybody fury, but it will generate us valor point, which at this point, pretty much worth having. And then we'll just wait. And at this point, it's going to be a battle of attrition. I want the Saurian to die. That Saurian does not belong in our group, and I am not doing a Saurian experiment. Furthermore, we're past that experiment now, right? Okay, Saurian's down. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Love your videos, man. Yo, what's going on, Todd? Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm glad you enjoy them. All right, so Arnius is essentially completely surrounded here, right? But this is where we want them. These boars, I'm not worried about it. These guys may be able to do some rushing and whatnot, and start damaging the guys back here through Arnius. That's going to be our biggest concern, is actually our squishy alphas back here. Growler, once he actually gets up here and gets engaged, he'll be fine. Max, not sure exactly what he's going to be doing. Well, maybe he'll back up Growler. I don't know. I don't control these animals. We'll see how this goes. Osbius, on the other hand, what we're going to do is we're going to do some damage. Yeah, we're going to do some damage here. All right. So we're gonna come right on up here and do a quick little, you know. Oh, I was not expecting the riposte point blank, sir. That was a bit of a mess up on my part. We're gonna walk all the way around on up here, get behind this guy. And you know what? I probably shouldn't do this, but we're gonna do it anyway. Boom. It still counts. That's still a kill. All right. It's not a pretty kill, but it works. All right. And then we're going to take Osbius and we're just going to whoop, 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 whoop out of here. Valor point generation equals beat on Arnius. Yep. What's going on, Bruce? Hopefully you're having a good Friday, my man. Okay. Max is standing there as emotional support as Growler gets ready to go fight, you know, 5 fucking boars. It's fine. Everything's fine. Bruce, I don't know if you were here, but we went and took a gander at Kagal, and we ain't doing Kagal tonight. I need to level so much, dude. Like it was not good. It was not a good experience. I'm just like, yep, nope. We're outclassed and outnumbered. This is not good. Alexa's such an easy fight in comparison. It's kind of funny how Vertruce's storyline is harder than Arthas's, but the boss in Arthas is so much harder than Vertruce, right? It's interesting to me. Good job, Arnius. Now come out here and go get smacked on. I don't even know why some of these boars aren't even moving, dude. Like, they're just out here. Why did you not lick? You're gonna get yourself killed for not licking. Why you no lick? And now you're dead. That was just a standard alpha, I think, though. I don't think that would. Yep, that's just that's not even max. You're an unnamed alpha. That's what you get. And Arnius is just out here going, hey, look, I'm free valor point generation. All right, let's see if we can get Osbius a little bit closer here. We're going to Man, I want them to be closer. So that's what we're going to wait for. I did not expect 77 damage on a single attack. That's kind of absurd. Can you do it again? No, you can't. But we're gonna keep it rolling. Why not? And generate, you know, a couple valor points just because we can. And then take a step up here, and we'll see how this goes. Max, you have been the definition of an emotional support animal for this entire fight. I want you to know that I'm proud of you, but you are kind of pissing me off. You'll have to watch it later. Just an FYI, I never agreed to this. No recruiting unit restriction. I think you should be able to replace units with whoever and whenever you want. You know, you're right. However, at this point, I don't think, like, at this point we're already in it, right? We're already here. Okay, so like I made my bed. We've been doing this for like this is like the 14th episode or whatever. We're sitting in it. We will get through this. It's just going to be the longest freaking Wartales game like playthrough that I've ever had to deal with. But it's not necessarily super long because of the no recruiting restriction. Right, it's not because of that. It's because we're on freaking region locked, and I know if I go to any other region without cheesing levels, we're gonna get freaking bodied. And I'm not a huge fan of getting my of just getting assaulted. All right, like that's just kind of it, right? We got a bunch of level 5 units. We got some level 6 units. We got a couple of even level 7 units. Or no, we have a level 7 unit. Guess what? It doesn't matter. We're not fighting a full level 8 troop. We're not able to pull that off. I am not that good. I am not that good at the game. We do not have that level of gear. We don't have there's some things that strategy cannot fix with what we have in hand. All right, just want everyone to be aware. There is a point where you gimp yourself too much, and you gotta just face the music. All right, no complaining about region locked. New rule. Oh no, I'm gonna complain about region locked. No, we're not changing the rules, man. I just said we weren't changing the rules, which means we ain't adding a new rule to not complain about region locked. I enjoy region locked. Okay, I want everyone to know this. I want everyone to quote me this. I enjoy region locked. I do not enjoy the amount of XP it requires to level up. Okay, region locked would be completely fine if I didn't have to fight 80 fucking fights to get a smidgen of XP, because remember this shit just repeats, right? We're at 972 out of 2080 XP, right? Okay, well, to get to level 8 from level 7 is like 2500 XP, and you only get like 50 XP a fight. So I don't think you even get 50 XP a fight. Well, I'll actually not click through everything after this fight, okay? Like that's what we'll do. We'll take a look-see and see how much XP we're getting per fight. But just humor me out here. If we get 50 XP per fight, we're fighting 42 fights. 42 to level up. What? Holy shit, dude, 42? Oh my God, okay. I am now the proud owner of 20 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese. Sir, why 20? Are those your provisions for the month, DJ? I'm not gonna lie, Kraft mac and cheese is pretty dope. Brings back memories. Now that you've more experience with the new settings, do you think tanking damage is viable at extreme difficulty? It seems you either have to kite damage or go all in on damage. So we early on, no, you cannot tank. There is no tanking early on. I feel like if I had a full, okay, so let's rewind a little bit. I think I can make it to where Arnius takes no damage ever. I think I can do that. I know I can make it to where I can create a brute tank that can 1v1 forever. I've done it, right? Regardless of difficulty settings, that's still possible. That is still a thing. So if I can do, you know, a unit that can 1v1 forever, and then another unit that can just basically not take any damage, I can set up a front line in solid choke points that will essentially be able to not take damage. That is a possibility. And tanking damage when it comes down to large damaging output units is ultimately going to be your second best option. Okay, your best option in this game, straight up, that will always be a thing, is just not taking the damage in general. And that's just how every strategy game goes, right? Why set yourself up to take a hit when you can avoid the hit entirely? And if you don't take the damage, you're not wasting resources. You're not wasting the HP, right? Because HP, believe it or not, HP is a resource, right? The only HP that matters is the last one. I've got 48 of this resource. The only one that really matters is the last one. And if I get low, I'll take an injury. And you know what? That is kind of annoying, but the only really important HP is the last one. Armor, once again, another resource. The most important armor point, once again, is the very last one. So utilizing all of this every fight is okay. That's fine. But it is expensive to continuously replenish your armor. You are going through raw materials if you have to replenish your armor. And most likely, if you're taking HP damage, you already wiped out your armor, so you're having to go through a lot of raw materials to get all this repaired. So there is a cost for tanking, right? There's an innate cost for tanking just because it takes materials for you to repair armor. If there was a viable way for you to be able to tank without armor, beautiful. Then we would actually be able to, you know, we'd be cooking with gasoline. We'd be able to do a lot of things. What's the closest thing to being able to tank without armor, though, that we currently have? Well, it's funny. It's this thing right here. This is the only thing that can effectively tank without armor, and it does have limitations, and it does have weaknesses, right? So with bears, they have so much friggin' HP, with 340 HP, right? So 340 HP, and we have 150. No, I can't math. 130 total HP here. All right. So 130 total HP, essentially between armor and HP versus 340. Okay. Well, this isn't technically 130. 82% of this also gets essentially a 49% extension. So buff this by 50%. So essentially instead of 130, we got 170 HP total. In theory, right? So with 170 HP versus 340, man, it's almost like this guy's twice as fucking tanky. Like, this is the only guy that would be able to handle this kind of stuff, right? And he obviously doesn't have too many, you know, abilities or anything like that that help him reduce incoming damage, but it helps to an extent, right? And then but what's the cost of bears? It's the upkeep of actually having to feed them, right? So ultimately, and I know I'm going on a wild tangent here, guys, so bear with me, but ultimately when it comes down to tanking versus just killing them before they move is always going to be the meta way to do it. It's always going to be the best way to do it. Now, whether or not you actually want to play that way, because it turns into a game of solitaire, I mean, if you enjoy that type of gameplay, go for it. If you're like me and you're like, I kind of want to just, you know, have a little bit more fun with it, then don't. But yeah, damage mitigation is still a thing. It's not early game accessible though. Your best early game tank's 100% a bear. Even mid game, but we aren't even in mid game. We're still in early game, in my opinion. I don't think we would be hitting mid game until at least level 8, where we can actually get Rhyme Steel. So this is still, this is like towards the end of early game. Okay, so anyway, long story long, let's take a look at this fight here. We have a ton of bears. I have no idea how much rope we have. Just putting that out there. No clue how much rope we have. I do know that we have a ferocious bear here that's level 6. If I can kidnap this, if I can get a hold of this ferocious bear and have 2 ferocious bears, it'd be great. So I want 2 ferocious bears. We have a couple of levels. We have 3, so half these bears are young. And then the other half are, you know, not. A level 6 bear fight, this is not going to be a fun fight. I'm just putting that out there. Like, we do not have good positioning here. And we don't have a really good leverage of, like, well, we don't have very good choke points to leverage here. And I know, I think all of our wolves are within 1-shot territory. I know Growler will not be able to do too much for us here. I'm going to be honest. I'm actually kind of scared. Like, I don't think this fight's going to go very well for us. I don't expect us to be able to take this many bears on and come out on top, especially not unscathed. We're going to lose at a minimum 3 units. I have a feeling we're going to lose Max, we're going to lose the Wolf, and we'll probably lose Roach. Growler could also potentially die, and honestly, like, this may be a total wipe if I'm not careful. That being said, we're going to send it, but I'm not going to like it. I'm not going to like it at all. Okay. I could really use... Oof. Oh man, I don't like any of this. I don't know which ones are going to go first, and the next problem is the fact that they all get fucking inspiration. So they're like, it doesn't matter what I look at for their movement, right? Like, it doesn't matter. They don't have 11 meters of movement. They have 22 meters. Guess what? 22 meters of movement's a fuck ton. Like, that's not here. That's like way up here, right? Like, if I had 22 meters of movement, I can move all the way up here. So when a bear's within 11 meters of me, it doesn't matter where I run. That guy's chasing me down. I'm spooked. Let's see here. So the good news is that bears are big, and they will not have the amount, or they're not going to be able to fit into all these spaces, right? I think we sacrifice this wolf and we get set up to where we can try to hold these guys off. And then we're going to move Arnius right on up here. Right here. Okay, so Arnius will not be able to get flanked from here. We're going to go ahead and give everyone an armor buff. And then we're going to smack. It'll apply weakening, and this may be our best bet. So yeah, let's go. And he's going to go and one-shot that wolf. Yep. And he is going to go fight Growler. Yep. Called that. Roach is probably going to go int at this point. Yep, 15 damage. Boy, oh boy, he's doing great things. And now Roach is about to get bought. No, oh no. Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm okay with that. I was a lot more terrified of what was about to happen. Okay, so we at least got a bleed stat going, but we're down a unit, which doesn't surprise me. That wolf was really squishy, right? We're down a unit. 4 of these guys still have to go, right? This guy has to go, this guy has to go, this guy has to go, this guy has to go. They all have fury. As long as the unit is not engaged nor surrounded. Okay. So they all have fury, which is also disgusting because they have a 50% increase to damage. What? Oh my god. All right. We don't have the valor points for us to really be able to start finagling stuff here. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not sure if we have the damage output to even handle this. So we did get 1 stack of bleed off on this guy, and bleed will deal 88 damage, right? But honestly, 88 damage, I mean, we got to survive several rounds for this bear to die just from bleed damage. And that's assuming we were to put 1 stack of bleed on every single bear at the very beginning, right? And then we would have like a 5-turn counter. Our units cannot survive 5 turns of bear damage. We cannot survive 5 rounds of this. I don't think we win this. I think we actually bail. I do. I think we bail. I think we bail. We take the happiness hit. We deal with losing a unit, and we just get out. I don't think we fight this. I think we're done. That was a fun thought that I might be able to handle a level 6 bear fight, but without any backup, doesn't really look like we can, huh? And there's nothing in here that I can loot. I was hoping that there might be some extra, you know, stuff, some goodies. Troops' happiness is decreasing. Okay. After my incredible performance in the last battle, the others must think I'm the best there is, and they're right. We can gain some influence. We can get some XP. Yes, XP, please, for the love of God. Did you level up finally? Oh my Jesus, that was amazing. Thank you, Arnius, for finally leveling up. Okay, career plans. Honestly, we may not even, I mean, we could just take the +2 on strength. That's a 10% damage increase. I mean, we do get diminishing returns, don't get me wrong, but a 10% damage increase straight up right now is worth it in comparison to everything else, because, I mean, next level, we can probably take some crit. We can start aiming for more crit later, but there is a bit of a trade-off for early to mid-game, and I think it's typically around level 8 or so when if you do nothing but crit, right? So right now, strength will actually outpace crit where we're currently at in the game, and currently based off of what stat points we've put into Arnius. So that's something to keep in mind too. Okay, so we're running away with our tail tucked between our legs. I want to see, I'm going to go do some experiments because it's been a long while since I've actually paid attention to, well, basically anything. But it's been a while since I've paid attention to how XP drops are. So let's go do a little bit of, experimenting. We lost the animal's trail. Yep, that tracks. That makes sense. So what we're going to do is we're going to heal everybody up. And we're going to repair everybody.
There were 2 of us working here.
I am going to buy the Doranian Restoration, because that will make us a much better off. That gives us a 10 more armor points, which is really good for raw materials. So now we have 40 armor points per raw material. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to fight a level 5 group. Okay. We need to make note. We need to make note of what all we get. Okay. Max, Osbius, Arnius, Roach, and then where's Growler? He's way back here. Okay. So we have a Raider, a Bomber, Henchman, Bomber, Henchman, way down here. And then we have a Saboteur and another Raider up top. So what we're going to do we're going to have a little bit of fun with this. I don't think we can one-shot any of the bombers, regardless of how hard we try. So we're gonna have to keep that a little bit in mind here. How far can you move, Arnius? You can get a hold of one bomber. I'm okay with this. I am okay with this. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna come up here and we're gonna just smack the shit out of one of the bombers. Get him tied up. We picked the wrong bomber. That's okay. The other one we couldn't reach anyway. That's what I'm gonna tell myself to make myself feel better. Oh, okay. So that guy still would have won. All right, that's fine. See, everything's fine. Calculate. And then we just got re-engaged with somebody else. But the cool thing is that actually helps us because it just means that we wasted one bomber's turn already. Okay, this raider, that was a terrible person for you to attack, Max. Okay, so this raider's burning. Osbius can come right on down here. We'll get a kill, right? Okay, we're gonna go to the rusty hatchet. We're gonna just yeet that real quick, take care of a bomber. All right, cool. We have 2 kills. And both of these guys have already gone. This guy's not gone. This guy's not gone. I am not feeling terribly confident in my ability to one-shot either of these guys before they move next. And due to that, we are going to come up here and just start dumping off some of our damage potential. And then we're just going to run back here, get a couple extra stacks of poison going, and then we're going to run way on over here and back into the corner. Okay. And then we finally have a raider who is doing raider things. That is peak Wartales AI. Peak Wartales AI. That is so dumb. Absolutely freaking dumb. Okay. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to need to run right on up here. Generate a valor point. Good, good, good. Get some damage going. Get some good crits going. There we go. Now we're cooking with gasoline. This guy's got 31 HP. This guy's got 58 HP. I don't think we're going to be able to actually kill this guy over here. But since this guy's actually facing somewhere, got it. Cool. And we did a little bit more damage, and now we're just going to run on off into the sunset with Osbius. Growler's gonna turn right around and just maul this guy. Bonk. Oh no, no, you do not get out of this. We're far from done with this. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Okay, don't let me pass continue. We got 15 influence and 29 experience points. 29. Should I buy this game? That's a loaded question, Cam. That is a very loaded question. Can you explain to me what you are looking for in a game? Do I think Wartales would be a fun game to play? I think the first time you play any game, you're going to have the most fun with it. For the most part, unless you're playing something that is like a roguelike and you have to play a lot, right? Level 8 bandits versus level 6 merchants. Oh. A turn-based game that's fun and doesn't have too many negatives. Let's see here. Okay. It really depends on what you call a negative. I'm going to be a devil's advocate for a bit here, right? But basically, Wartales allows you to, you know, play a turn-based mercenary simulator that you can, you know, control most of your units for customizing their builds and everything like that, right? It scratches a lot of the itches that people who play games like Battle Brothers would have, but I would say the combat's a lot more forgiving than Battle Brothers to an extent. When it comes down to outlook of the game, Shiro Games as a company definitely provides a lot of DLC, and they you can look at other titles that they've created, such as like Northgard, and they pump out DLC for that too. Wartales is definitely getting a lot of DLC, and it is getting support from the devs. Do I like the direction that the devs have taken some of their decisions? No, I don't. And that's why I'm no longer like involved in the Wartales community. When it comes down to the game itself, it's really fun for 1, maybe 2 playthroughs. And a playthrough, if you have all the DLC, will take you, I'd say, at least 40 or 50 hours at a minimum, right? And that's assuming you're taking your time and fully exploring everything and doing all the things. It'll most likely take you much longer than that. If you do 2 playthroughs and you want to try different things out, you can do that, and it's perfectly fine. Biggest drawback to playing Wartales is that the replayability factor just really isn't there. There isn't enough randomization when it comes down to the story or anything like that, right? It's all the exact same missions, exact same everything. And the story is kind of lackluster in a way that it doesn't have the replayability factor that a Fire Emblem game would have, right? So that's another like drawback. But you can customize your units a lot better than a game such as Fire Emblem. So, I mean, pros and cons. I'm 20 hours into my first playthrough right now. Yep, that makes sense. Todd's over here going, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And I'm just like, I have no idea how many playthroughs I've played. I know I don't have nearly as many hours into this game as other people that like watch my channel or anything like that. Like I know people that have over 1,000 hours in this game. I pray I do not ever reach 1,000 hours in this game, because that means I've played this game way too much. There's not very many games that I play that I've hit 1,000 hours in. But yeah, this game is definitely a fun game. To an extent, it gets dry if you repetitively play it over and over again, which is at the point that I'm at. So that's why I've got a little bit of like a tongue-in-cheek response when it comes down to Wartales. So I'm just a cynical person, I guess, at this point. So, but overall, Wartales is, for the most part, it is fun. I would recommend it for at least 1, maybe 2 playthroughs. And $1 per hour of entertainment you'll get out of it. Yeah, it should be a buy. If you're looking for really in-depth strategy, this may not be the best thing for you, but if you like strategy light games, Wartales is for you. So yeah, there you go. That long story long. Okay, we are going up against 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 level 8s. Or we can fight a level 6 caravan. How much help are we going to get? 3 allies. Okay. How much help are we going to get if we fight these guys? 3 allies. Man, this fight's going to be so much easier. This fight would be so much easier because we'll have level 8 plus 63 wanted. You know what? We won't even have 1 star. We're fighting that. We're fighting the fucking caravan. I'm not doing that. Like we're fighting the caravan. Yeah. Oh no, plus 63 wanted score. We'll be fine. Did you play / like Battle Brothers? I've never heard of it. Yeah, I've played a lot of Battle Brothers. I actually also live stream Battle Brothers too. I've recently got started getting back into Battle Brothers. Battle Brothers was one of my top 3. Yeah, it was within my top 2 games that I streamed when I first started streaming, like forever ago. So I would highly recommend Battle Brothers. It's got an XCOM feel to it when it comes down to attacking and whatnot. So everything, so you have armor and health similar to Wartales, right? But there's no guard. Okay, there's no guard or anything like that. It's just armor and health, and then armor penetration. And essentially what happens is every single attack you have has a % chance to hit. And instead of increasing your stats that are, you know, strength, dex, con, all of this stuff, it's melee attack, range attack, melee defense, range defense kind of thing. And all that does is affect your accuracy. It's literally all about accuracy and dice rolls. That's what Battle Brothers is. And I love it. It's fun. It's a ton of fun. Probably shouldn't be that much fun, but it is. Okay. Okay, cool. So the Marauder and all of our fun guys are definitely still here at level. They are all level 8, which is great. And then we will just get everyone else kind of squared away here. Osbius can definitely do a little bit of damage, but we don't necessarily need that to happen. I am a little worried that I bit off more than I could chew, but we'll see how this goes. Yeah. Yeah, no problem, Todd. If you ever have any questions, just feel free to ask. I'll answer them to the best of my abilities. You may not like the answers, but I will try to answer them. And if I don't know, I'll just tell you I don't know. I want to kill this merchant. I'm going to kill this merchant. That is what we're going to do with Arnius right here. We're going to walk up here, and I'm going to go for a tactical slam, and guess what? It's going to miss because he's got dodge. But then, oh my god, he's got rivalry too? Bro, what? This is so dumb. I hate this. Okay, anyway, we're going to kill him anyway. Yeah, I'm making sure he's done. Goodbye. Goodbye, merchant. I did not expect him to have rivalry. I need a read. I need a read. If they're engaged in combat, they have rivalry. Yeah, that's fucking stupid. Sir, why are you attacking the bear when there's a nice squishy guy with a dagger right next to it? Can you not attack my bear? Now you're getting backstabbed. Did you learn anything today? I don't think you learned your lesson. Okay, so they're shooting each other in the back, which is good. Never mind, that was a friendly. So they're not shooting each other in the back. What? I can't tell who's who. All right, anyway. What I am going to do, I'm going to come up here because Growler hasn't gone yet. We're going to throw daggers. Kill the Ravager. Kill the horse. Okay, we're good on that. Now, is there anyone else out here that we can tussle with? No. The answer to that question is no. We're going to come down here and we're going to wait. Sir, you really don't want to fight this bear. That's all I'm going to say. The more you attack the bear, the more pissed off the bear gets. All right? And the more pissed off the bear gets, the scarier the bear is. He just does more damage. Congratulations, you played yourself. Now you're frail, and you just got smacked twice, and you're almost dead. Through rivalry, mind you. If you did not have rivalry, you would be dead. And now the horse is going to come up and just add insult to injury. Yep, there you go. I forgot we even had a wolf. I forgot we had a wolf. Okay, and then you're gonna run away? Yep. We are going to get quite a few good drops here. We gotta make sure that leader Manave does not die, right? We do have Max engaging the crewmate. The hired killers are going to be a problem if we're not careful. I do want to make sure the arrow doesn't do too much damage. There's a lot of things that we have to do here. So what we're actually going to do, what do you do? What is it, Blade Storm? Okay, yep. You're too dangerous. I gotta keep you in check. That's what we're doing. Okay, and we'll go ahead and give everyone a defensive buff and wait it out. Fuck. That's brutal. Oh, is that not Arm of Justice skill? What is this, Behead? Do you have the Behead skill? What is this? Whoa, pause. Can you guys let me look things up first, please? No? Okay. Okay, I'll wait. Okay, it got to my turn. Is it behead? It is beheading skill. Got it. All right, well that makes me feel much better. That's nowhere near as spooky as the arm of justice skill. That's fine. No, that archer's dead. Oh no, you guys don't get to run. Like we're being evil right now. We're helping out bandits. Nah, do you think I'm gonna let you guys run away? Hell no. Hell no, not at all. Fought a bear, killed by a horse. You know the worst part is Roach just makes it so hard for you to actually be able to like reach your goal. We definitely would have caught this guy, or not this guy, but this guy by Growler, easy peasy. I think. Ooh, you know what? I don't know if we have enough range to actually get there. I don't know if we have enough range to get there. That is absolutely unfortunate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to remove all the distractions. I'm going to hope that Roach somehow gives Osbius a increase to movement, right? Which obviously did not happen. Okay, how far is this? Do we have enough range if I go? No, we are so far away. Oh my god. All right, whatever. Just walk up here and stare menacingly. It's fine. And Roach is like the last one to go too. All right, come on, Growler. Homie. Can you reach the outside? Are you free? Damn. I was hoping he wouldn't get away. I didn't try hard enough. The good news is, okay, so here's a pro tip for everybody, okay? If you decide to be an asshole and attack a caravan, okay? If you decide to be an asshole and attack a caravan, the only, you gain wanted score in 2 instances, all right? You get wanted for attacking the caravan in the first place, okay, which is our 63. The second time you get wanted is if you grab any of the loot that the caravan was holding. How do you tell if it was holding this loot? Simple. Everything that is red. That will increase your wanted score, okay? If you don't take anything that was red, you will not increase your wanted score any higher than what it was by just attacking. Boom, just like that. Just like that, we're done. See, easy peasy. Didn't increase our wanted score any further, and now we don't have to worry about, you know, the law tracking us down and, you know, doing dumb things because we now you guys, I just helped to fight some things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you have reinforcements. How about we negotiate and you all just fuck off, please? I don't want to fight you guys. You guys are level 8s. Yeah, go ahead and write to them, Arnius, please. Give me anything I can get to give you more experience, please. I probably already know that this is going to be a terrible fight, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to take a look-see at this fight over here. And what we may be able to actually do, okay, is we may be able to get one of these groups of bandits to help us fight some of these things. What am I looking for? There it is. It's over here. It's hiding in the trees. Okay, bonus obtained. 25% of the animal group starts the fight with bleeding. Oh my god, that might actually be good. What kind of fight are we talking about here? What are we looking at? What are we looking like? More bears. Who would have thought? Do I have the mobility to get me out of this situation? Okay, they're on the road. Come on, they are on the freaking road. Who can help me fight these bears? Oh my god. Oh, you know what? An entire group of... Hey, you guys. Hey, you guys. You see me? Do you see me? I'd be okay if the bears decide to fight a caravan as well. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, 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 nope. Oh my god, they're so fast. Okay, they're definitely going to aggro onto something now. There's like 5 units right there. Surely they're going to fight something. It's the guard. Okay, we could probably help with this one. Yeah. So we got, oh, these guys are level 5, but that's okay because we're going to have 2 allies with us, and these guys are going to start off with bleed, right? And this is actually going to help lower our wanted score for helping them out, right? I'm pretty sure, I think. So yeah, this is going to be like a win-win. And only one of these bears is going to start off with bleed. So this lied to me. That I was expecting half, not 1 out of 4. Okay, we have Captain Damar down here. Then we have a lieutenant up here. We're definitely going to have the lieutenant go do dumb things, first and foremost. We're going to get Roach way back here. And who did I move down here? Oh, that's Osbius. I don't want Osbius down there. Okay. Yeah, I'm feeling actually pretty good about this. Ooh. I don't want you fighting my wolf, please. Do not attack the wolf. And one of them is going to go fairly quickly. Oh, okay. Whatever. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be a terrible valor point generator, but we're going to send it, and we're going to do some really dumb things here. We're sending Arnius straight up into the middle of all this. We're going to give a defensive bonus to the majority of everybody. Not everybody, but just the majority. And we're just going to stand here in the middle and see what happens. Okay. That could have went worse. We'll see how the captain does. Okay. I'm all right with that. Max goes up. Applies another bleed. Okay, we got 2 stacks of bleed going. So far, so good. Yo, what's going on, Sean? How you doing, my man? Okay, you got inspiration. He's going to pop relentlessness, but he hasn't been able to actually get his second attack off yet. We'll see what... Don't you fucking hit me. Oh, thank God. I was about to be so pissed off if he hit Arnius and started applying bleed to him. I was going to be so mad. All right. You know what? I know exactly what we need to do. We're going to capture this guy. Oh my God. I have no idea how many ropes we have. I sure hope we have at least 10. I probably should have checked that. But I'm capturing another bear. Like, regardless, that was a free capture. I'm taking it. Okay. That was a free capture. I am taking it. Where are you going? Who are you fighting? Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's really scary. Okay. Growler, can you please help? Help him. Thank you. Oh. Oh my. That is also spooky. Oh no. Okay. Went to the beach for a midnight walk. I'll send you a pic on Discord at sunset. How's my day? It's going good, man. It's going good. Thanks for asking. God, I really hope we have rope. I really hope we have rope. 166, right? Okay, well, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna check, right? I need to check and see how much rope we have. We have rope. Oh, this guy requires 10 rope. What? Okay. Can do up to 147 damage. up to, and that's not counting any crits. Oh no, boy, oh boy. Let's see here. If I do this, I think that was probably our best bet. Yes. Don't fail me. 88%, guys. I think we got it. Why are you the way that you are? Oh. Absolutely fucking horrid. He has 49 HP. There's no way he survives Growler, right? He's not going to survive another round of this. That's almost, I want to just restart the fight worthy, but I know better. We're not doing that. We ain't doing it. That's just so disappointing. 88% chance. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh man. And the worst part is I was worried that if I tried to do any more damage, I would have killed him. Yo, what's up, Unknown? How you doing, my man? We could just get another regular bear. Oh, okay, so this one's 100%. How much damage will this shield slam do? Not enough. Let someone else get the kill. Please don't miss. Thank you. Okay. That wasn't terrible. I'm definitely a little disappointed, but it's okay. We now have 2 extra bears. Okay, so we're going above our bear limit, and that's a fine, because you know what? I do not care. We're going over the bear limit, and if Bruce has an issue with it, Bruce can deal with it. And we can store some of these bears into the First National Bank of whatever our tavern's called. Is this DLC good though? The Hunt DLC, honestly. So I haven't been able to fully experience everything that the DLC offers, right? But I will say the new profession and the fact that there's ferocious versions of animals is kind of cool. How much is it worth? No, how much is the DLC going for? Let me check. Let's check. Let's pull it up. Let's just see what we're looking at here. So, this DLC, guys, right? This DLC is $13, $12.99. Really? It's that expensive? Actually, that's standard. That's the cheapest thing that they've got. What? Okay. Is it worth $12.99? No. What's the base game going for? 35? Okay. Man, I really don't want to. I really don't think the deal. Like, you're getting a good deal on with the DLC for any of the prices currently. If they're on sale, you know what? Probably worth it. Without a sale, I don't think it's worth it. To be honest, DLC's good. I'm enjoying it, but I don't think it's worth it. If my team has lots of animals, I will use mods. Are they expensive to feed? Yes. If you're modifying the game, I don't know what mods will do to it, right? But feeding animals is expensive, especially if you're utilizing like bears, right? Like we'll talk to this lady, right? And I have to pay 152 crowns to feed and rest my party here. But each bear, this guy's 12 consumption. To give you an idea, a regular person's 3, a horse is 6, and a wolf is 8. Ferocious bear's 12, regular bear's 12. So all these guys are 12. So 2 horses for 1 bear. What is the difference between ferocious animals and normal ones? The decent amount of stats. Okay, well, you know what? That's a good question. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look and see exactly what the difference is. So first and foremost, a ferocious bear has different passives. Ferocious animals also have the ability to equip 3 pieces of equipment. A regular bear can only have 1. Ferocious can equip up to 3 items. So let's see here. What are the specializations? Well, ferocious animals typically only have 2 items, or at least all ferocious animals I've seen so far have had 2 items. But anyway, so combat animal, they gain +1 equipment, or guard animal, where he has 25% guard as long as his health is less than 50% of his health. And then valiant animal, gain 1 valor point if this unit ends their turn adjacent to a human ally. Right? Like, it has new passive skill trees. And then on top of that, it also has better stats. That's what a ferocious animal is. And what I can do is I'll get all of my bear, like my 2 new bears, I'll get them healed up real quick, and we can do a stat comparison. So the ferocious bears and these 2 new bears are both still level 5. Okay. And remember, even if I were to fully career plans my bears, okay, if I were to fully career plans my bears, I'm only looking at 8 total difference in stats. I really wish I could pull up 2 of them side by side, but I can't. So assuming there's only an 8 total difference in stat points, right? This guy's got 340 HP, right? He has an 85 constitution. 73. Okay, 73 plus 8, we can get to 81. That's a little bit, right? 23 plus 8 is 31. He's got 37. All right, willpower of 11. Okay, willpower of 11. That's the same. Critical hit of 8. Okay, so that was 1 level into crit. And then this guy's at 6. Okay, and then movement 10, consumption 12. So he's got more than 8 more strength. He has the same dexterity, and he has more than 8 more constitution. So automatically, he already has at least 4 levels more worth of points, right? And that's just base stats, which means it's going to get worse, right? The discrepancy in raw stat numbers is going to get wider as levels go up because of how how levels affect stats, right? Because the way everything is coded in this freaking game is it's on an exponential curve, right? So they basically add a percentage base to everything. So every time that this bear levels up, he's going to gain natural stat increases, and then he'll gain his 2 extra aptitude points. So the fact that there's this much of a discrepancy at the same level means by the time you get to like level 15, there's going to be a really noticeable gap in stats. But yeah, I see. So Ferocious is just a gazillion times better with the same costs. Yes. The only way to get ferocious animals is to hunt them down. But yes, they are definitely a lot better. Okay, so bear, whatever. We're going to just set up all of these bears for fun, right? We're just going to, just have them all set up to be tanky, galvanized boys in the woods. And do I even want to career plans these guys? They're probably going to die. Can we even feed this many bears? We eat 63 food a day. Ugh, brother, that is disgusting. Oh my god. That's so gross. Like, why? Why? Why do I do this to myself? Yeah. Okay. So we are going to put a bunch of things in here. I'm not going to try to career plans them too much. I'm just going to go for the best roles that will kind of benefit what we're looking for. All right, cool. We have bear and bear. I'm gonna just rename these a little bit. I'm not going to not going too creative with the names right now. If you guys want to come up with better names, go for it. But just know these guys are probably gonna die, so don't get too attached to them. Trade and crafting. Oh, right, because we need to put. Oh, but we don't have the influence for it. Right. There's a dark mist. You know what? Let's actually do some missions. Holy shit! When was the last time we picked up contracts and actually did those? Let's actually play the game, guys. Let's play the freaking game for the love of God. When was the last time we played the game? All right, cool. Decide to slay the ghost of Harag. Reason with these fools before they freeze to death in the mountains. Oh yeah, I can totally do that. And then we have a squad up to the northeast, and then we have a rat. Dude, we can accept 7 quests. What? That's so many. A rat infestation based. We can do that. I can totally do that. All right, what direction are we heading? We're gonna go south, and then we're gonna go northeast in swivel. I want to do a little bit of swiveling. Yeah, we're heading the right direction. This works. They just spawned the map. My favorite character on this playthrough is Bear. I don't have that many R's yet. So yeah, basically what happens, unknown, is you need to have a huntsman. Okay, so right now Arnius is a huntsman. You will walk up to points of interest that, you know, kind of look a little sus. And as you get close, you may see, you know, a symbol appear over them, right? You may see that there's like, you know, a little, like a red paw print, right? Like a nice sized paw print. And it'll be very, very obvious. When you see that, you click on it and your huntsman will investigate it, and they'll gain a little bit of experience and everything like that, right? How many rope do I have? I have 26 rope. Okay, we're fine, guys. Just somebody keep note of that, because I will forget, and then I'll be wondering whether or not I have enough rope. If my old gold squad, maybe, but new run, to be fair. Don't know the exact count, but I doubt you could feed them all in the long run. Yeah. I mean, this is going to be rough. I'll have to continuously like buy food. Okay, so these guys are all level 8, and they get reinforcements, or we can kill the single cannibal. So we get an iron dagger, or we get 10 crowns. So I know what we're going to do. And the problem is if I fight the civilians, we're just not. Well, you know what? These guys are going to be level 8. Huh. I think we can fight this. I think we can do this. So, real quick, what are my rules on this? I don't even remember what my rules are. Where is my description that I can see? Can I see my description anywhere near her? I need to get my list of rules out, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Here you go. Bear with me here. Bear with me. Bear with me, everybody. Don't mind me. There's multiple monitors going on here. Multiple monitors going on. Okay. Let's see here. Rules. All armor and weapons are allowed that are found, looted, or crafted. No buying from caravans, but prioritize non-meta combinations. Hey, there we go. Arnius, we're putting this one on you. You wanna know why? Because it's got unstable oil and team strike. This one's got defensive oil, but we looted it. Take that, Bruce. And we actually looted a weapon that we can use. For the love of God. I did not expect to actually loot a weapon we can use. Okay. I think we can fight this. A bunch of level 8s. No big deal. They should be in rags, right? Why are they so tanky? They're just as tanky as Arnie's, damn near. I had to double check all my rules here. Yeah, no, we got a list of rules in the description of the stream. So that's what's going on right now. That's what I had to double check here. So there are there's gonna be 1 round of enemy reinforcements. Okay. There are a lot of torches here though. And you know what? I'm gonna try and keep you alive, sir. Attempt. I don't know if I can do that, but we're gonna try. We are, by golly, gonna try. We have a lot of animals. Rules are there to be broken. I don't know, man. I enjoy playing with a lot of rules. I enjoy playing with rules, because if there's no rules, then this game gets too easy. Okay. Osbius, I think we come up here, and I think we just start spinning. I think we just go for it. That's an interesting animation there. Okay. We did a decent amount of damage, right? And now we're going to take a step back. And we're going to throw this. All the bleeds. We're going to take another step back, and we're going to go from there. And burning. Okay, you're gonna hit Arnius twice and give me more valor points. That works for me. And you're dead. And now Bear is going in at it. Amazing animation. All right. So Arnius can now go at it, right? And we're gonna. I don't know who all has gone or who hasn't gone. You are not gonna attack. You're gonna flee from enemies. Yes, please, for the love of God, do not attack. Okay, and we're just gonna do this real quick. Take care of that. Oh yeah, Arnius just got a lot stronger due to that weapon. Wow. I hate burn. It's like 10% of your burn hurts a lot. Before they made it to where you could get rid of it by like running around, it was just brutal. Absolutely brutal. I remember when the game was like in early access before people figured out how to like get rid of burn. It was basically like, yeah, you don't want to fight civilians because the burning would just do so much damage to you. No, I don't control my animals. Okay, how many enemies are there? They're coming in. Only 3? Was it only 3? Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Come on down here. Get another little circle thing going here. Get some damage output going. All right, that's 1 kill. Oh, we can kill this guy too. I can sense it. Boom. Osby is coming in clutch. The burn injury is very painful, to be fair. Yep. Okay. What are we looking like here? We're still doing okay. Like, they're not doing very much damage to us. It's the burn, right? Now, Max can get rid of his burn, but he's still, like, yeah, it's going to be a little bit spicy here with all the burn that we're about to take. And I don't know if Arnius actually has a first aid kit. Oh, he does have first aid. Okay. No, no, not Osbius. Now Osbius has to run. I'll just do a quick dash behind the civilian and take care of it that way. Okay. Arnius, I want you to come up here, and you're going to go ahead and just get rid of this burn from this guy, right? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I want you to come right on up here, and we're going to go for a swing. Oh, snap. We'll do galvanize real quick. I need to go for a kill, actually. I didn't realize it, but Arnius is on fire. Did I really mess that up that bad? Wow, that's trash. Okay, but Arnius is on fire, so we need to get Arnius off from being on fire. That way we can actually go next to people. Otherwise, we're going to have an issue, right? And Growler's just starting to actually do some damage, which is kind of dumb, kind of spooky. We'll see how this goes. We applied burning to this civilian. Roach is going to come in and kill this one, most likely. Yep. Okay, now we're motivated. We only got 5 enemies left. They're going to come up here and do a swing, get burning on 2. No, you only got burning on 1. Okay. And he's engaged now because he only hit 1 person. That was dumb of him. All right, Arnius. Who do I want to take out first? What we're going to... Oh, man, that sucks. I don't have enough Valor points for me to do what I wanted to do. That's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to come up here. We're going to use Team Strike. Get him down to 9 HP, which is fine. We're going to take a step up here. We're all just going to gain inspiration real quick. Horse going to come up, do horse things. Growler's going to turn around, just... Yep. Yep, he got 8. He's gone. All right, and that one's down. Now we're going to walk up here, as we're actually going to sit right next to this guy, and we're going to set him on fire. Is it better to control animals or leave them alone? So yes and no to both sides. Honestly, when it comes down to playing on extreme, I believe controlling animals is not worth it. When you are on a non-extreme difficulty and valor point costs aren't increased, controlling animals is probably worth it. The reason why I say this is because animals that you do not control use the ally tag, right? These guys are allies. They have green health bars. They're green. They're not blue. They're green, which means they don't use your valor point pool. Okay? No valor point cost whenever they do their valor point skills. So that means they always use their valor point skills. Now, are there valor point skills like that? Good, and it's debatable. But, you know, you get constant inspiration from a battle pony. Your bears will always do their growl and whatnot, right? Like, there are some definite perks when it comes down to not having anyone controlled, because you don't have to worry about running out of valor points. They're always going to be at their peak efficiency. From what they can do. Their biggest issue is that you don't get the ability to control their movement, right? But yeah, so that's kind of like the way I look at it, right? And whenever you don't have to worry about valor points as much, or like keeping that balance of valor points up and about, yeah, controlling them is probably a little bit better, because, you know, you'll actually be able to utilize the positioning a lot more, and then you'll be a little bit more mindful on when you're using their abilities, and they won't be able to ability spam. We missed, didn't we? Yeah, we missed. You won't be able to ability spam, but I mean, how good is ability spam really going to like help you, right? To an extent. It's kind of the way to look at it. So, but yeah, there is definite perks, and because there is a definitive bonus to have